Hi there and welcome to Knox. You're joining me on my first ever Hard Enduro event. So I've signed up with Edge Off-Road. They do like a national Hard Enduro championship. We're here today at Spaunton Quarry. Conditions are perfect. I've just seen the start part and the flipping massive hill that you go up on the start, which is pretty terrifying, to be honest. Yeah, it should be a really good day. Hope this video is insightful. I'm going to give you a quick bike check now to tell you what I've done with the bike, show you what gear I'm using, and then there'll be a bit of race footage. Quick bike check before we get on into the racing. First thing I've done is, well, I'm in the process of changing the tyres now. I've gone with these new Plu ones, or Plus tyres I should say, the tough one. Heard great reviews about them, so I'm going to give them a shot. The next thing that I've done, which I wanted to do anyway, was get the suspension sorted on this TE300. Now I took it to a specialist called Julian Stevens. Basically, he's lowered the bike, I think it's about 30 mil. He's gone softer on the springs on the front and rear. That is giving me a bit more confidence, a bit lower to the ground. I think, you know, it makes the bike just a little bit easier to ride on the harder stuff. Next thing I've done, and pretty much the last thing, is I've changed the front sprocket. Now, I've said this before, and it's probably quite widely known, but these new TBI motors are fairly gutless. From stock, and certainly haven't got enough to go up like proper steep hills and that, even with it being a 300. I've changed the front sprocket, seems to have fixed everything now. It goes up stuff a tree and rides real nice and smooth. So that is the bike. So quick kit check then. Firstly, wearing my Action Pro shirt that is literally perfect for all the protection. Elbow protection, shoulder and full length back protection. Action Pro shorts is the new Mark II variant. Full hip and thigh protection, also coccyx as well. I've got my old trusty Knox knee pads, some motocross trousers that are absolutely old as the hills, and a little race jersey there as well. Then we've got the Knox OR4 also textile gloves, back from Morocco, still dusty from that Tenere launch. I'm going with clear goggles this time because we're in the woods and bits and pieces, and then also a helmet too, and of course Camelback. And there she is, there's the bike. Race number on, 145. I didn't do qualifying yesterday, so I'm starting from pretty much the back, which suits me. I'm actually just in novice class because it's my first ever race of any type. So it's a 3-hour event actually, so plenty of time to go. Steady away takes the day, I think, and I'm going to enjoy it, have a good time and see how we get on. Sorry.
All right.
How's that? Ah.
Apparently everybody's going the wrong way somewhere, they're green out here. I don't know where the fuck that is.
Oh, I don't know. All right. That's how you do it. Oh no! I've not got any. Made it. Oh no. Sorry. achievement. Oh my god. I did it. I did it. I can't believe it. Woo! Woo! I am on cloud 9. Yes. I could do anything. Novice. That can't be the lap. So that's it, literally just finished the race. It was a 3-hour event and I'm really chuffed because I actually finished it. The GoPro ran out of battery ultimately, so I didn't replace it with another one. So you didn't see an entire lap because I was too slow to do it all. But I did a full lap and then I did another full lap as well, just in time for the 3-hour mark. I'm like super proud of myself because honestly that was the hardest thing I've ever done on a dirt bike. Some of the sections were just impossible, or looked impossible until you actually went and did it. But yeah, unbelievable experience. I'm absolutely exhausted, but I mean I've got nothing left in the tank whatsoever, so really awesome. Bike has been down obviously a few times. You can see the rear is totally gone. Culmination of crashing on those huge logs that we had to get over, and I looped it on a hill climb as well. So yeah, I'll have to find that somewhere, but I think the organisers got it. Really fun time, absolutely phenomenal experience. I've no idea where I finished. We'll find that out and I'll let you know. What an experience. So obviously I've come back now and I've had overnight to think about it, recover a little bit as well. Obviously I've got some motorbike repairs going on at the moment. Yes, I sort of totaled the rear end, but I don't think it's actually so bad. Subframe's intact and it probably looks worse than what it is. First thing I'll say, doing that race is both the hardest and best thing that I've ever done on a bike. what an unbelievable experience. I mean, look, fair play to everybody that went and did that event. Fair play to everybody, because it takes a massive amount of balls to do an event like that. It took everything that I had, and it was just a really, really great experience. Second point is, this hard enduro event really was hard, and I probably totally underestimated this. I mean, 3 hours straight with no breaks of riding like the hardest terrain I've ever ridden on really took its toll on me, and I've definitely underestimated this factor. I've actually since realised I haven't ridden this enduro bike in like 3 weeks. That was a mistake. I should have been training much more closer to the event. And the other thing that I did really stupidly, I went to the gym the day before and did a monster weight session. That was also a big mistake. In underestimating how hard this is, I'm also going to change the way that I train. So I'm going to stop avoiding the difficult stuff in my training sessions, and I'm also going to ride much longer without taking stops as well, because I think that's going to improve the overall fitness level, the bike fitness level that's really important for this, and just the ability to go at stuff when you're tired. Third point is, this was actually a 2-day event. So you had a qualifying or sort of practice day, and then you had the main race day on the Sunday. In future, I definitely should do the 2-day event. You know, for me, like, this hard enduro stuff is really as much about riding as about getting your eye in and like remembering what you can do on one of these bikes. I spent way too long at the bottom of that monster hill climb just looking at it and getting totally intimidated, because I don't know whether it's going to come across on GoPro or not, but the thing was really steep. So it was like getting my eye back in. If I'd have done the 2-day event, I'd have got my eye back in, I'd have got used to the bike again. As I say, it's been 3 weeks since I've ridden it, and I probably wouldn't have been quite as intimidated. So that's definitely a lesson learned too. Finally, the bike itself was awesome. I was dead happy with it, rode really well, suspension was great. What I have to say is these new Plus tyres, what I was trying, man, I'm a massive convert. They had so much grip. I felt like I had so much grip. So I'm very happy with them, and I'll be using them going forward as well. I was also really happy with my Knox gear. It just performed awesomely for me. Obviously I had quite a few spills as well. I was really thankful for the protection. Lots of sharp rocks, lots of smacking my hands on stuff. Really needed the protection. So that's it really. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Check out all of the gear that I've been using to protect myself on test. Hopefully I'm going to be signing up for the next one, so watch this space. We'll see you next time.